Hello everyone, Jonathan Thompson with Zero to Finish, and today I'm going to go over the importance of understanding still photography when it comes to making a film. So most people who are into filmmaking know that you need a camera. I mean, it only makes sense. How are you going to record the film without a camera? But if you don't understand the functionality of a camera, how are you going to express that to your crew? Before we get too much further in this video, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that you can get notifications whenever we do stuff. Yeah, we do tutorials every week. I do these videos. I do a blog on my website. Go to jonathanthompson.org. Book a discovery call. See if I can help you make your film. So getting back on topic. Still life photography is the precursor to motion picture. Still picture, motion picture. The two go hand in hand. Understanding depth of field, understanding shutter speeds, sensor sizes, things like that, f-stops, ISO, light temperature, how many kelvins is the lighting. Understanding those things and how to apply them will make you a better filmmaker. Understanding what it takes to create a great still, how to tell a story, a full story with no motion. If you can do that, your skills as a filmmaker will increase. They have to. Understanding what's important, what to focus on, how to focus on it, how to get your audience to focus on something with a still. If you can do it with nothing moving, you can do it with a film. For example, the picture right here. That is a still picture from a tomb in Peru. What story is it telling? Those are real human skulls. This one is in focus. They get less focused and darker as you go in. There's a lot of skulls in there. A lot of human bones. Those are actual human bones. There's a lot of history in that one picture. Getting the picture the way that is and following it through the light and shadow. You know there's a lot more skulls in there, but you can't see them. You know there's a bigger atmosphere right there, but you can't see it. You know someone had to fire their internal decorator when they put skulls all over the walls. But it's a great piece for a horror film. It's a great piece to bring out the dark side of humanity. A lot of people died to make that picture. I mean, they probably didn't die to make that picture, but we got a picture of it post. So, in essence, a lot of people died for that picture. I'm okay with that. So, if you see here, we've got all of this in focus. All of this right here. And then it gets darker. And then all of a sudden you've got me in a white shirt. So you've got light, dark, me. As a still, it's drawing the eye to a focal point. As a motion, it's drawing the eye to a focal point. That's a very simple technique. Using shadow from a still to bring your audience into your picture. Without the understanding of photography, without the understanding of lighting and focal lengths, making your motion picture, making your film, making your web series is going to be difficult. You may have a cinematographer friend who knows all about this, and you tell them this is what I want, and they can produce it for you. Great. That person understands still life photography. They understand what it takes to create a great picture. A show that myself and a gentleman named Tyler Suggs walked the director and producer through every step of making a show. From how to write the script, the programs to use to write the script, how to handle the talent, how to get the shot he wanted, the different types of shot. And we use still pictures to do it. Extreme close-up, mid-shot, cowboy shot just below the pistol belt. Using still pictures, we were able to get this producer and director to understand how to make his film. And now that show has a distribution deal. And I'm quite proud of that. I left the show a while ago. But because of my training, because of mine and Tyler's training, the producer and director was able to take that show further and was able to get a distribution deal. All because we used still pictures to tell a story. I recently won a contest that was how to tell a story with a still picture using nothing but light. Understanding how light interacts with an object. Doing light studies. Put a filter over a light, change the color. Change the intensity of a light. Put a still object on a pedestal, on a table, and take pictures of it. Move around, look at the reflections, look at the shadows, look at what that picture is telling you. What story is that picture creating? Because that's what we do as filmmakers, we tell stories. If you cannot tell a story, you shouldn't be making a film. Simple as that. Best storytellers on the planet are, Steven Spielberg, obviously. George Lucas created the whole universe. James Cameron. People like that tell a story. But they don't just tell the audience a story, they bring the audience into that story. And they do that by understanding what the camera's going to pick up, what's important to the image. So that's what you need to learn first. Before you can understand how to make your film on a film camera, understand how to tell a story with a still. I know I'm repeating myself. Hopefully it's, making sense to you. But that's how a lot of great filmmakers start. They start by telling stories. If you can't write a story, if you can't write a script, how are you going to direct one? If you can't draw someone's attention with a picture, how are you going to draw their attention with a film? Practice at home. Find an object, an everyday object. Take various pictures of it from different angles with different lighting. A standard still life picture has 3 visual elements. 3 things that you're supposed to pick up. Each one complementing the next. Don't detract. Always complement. Add colors that complement the items, but don't put the colors in the shot. If you have a beautiful titanium wedding ring, put it on a black sheet with a light coming down at a 45 degree. Take a picture of it from straight on. Watch what happens. Doing studies in photography, doing studies of objects, people, lighting, all of that will help you tell a story. Because when it comes to zero budget, micro budget, low budget film, it's not the equipment. It's not the A-list actors that will get people's attention, that will get you the recognition you deserve. It's your skill at telling the story. So go tell your story. When you make pictures, when you make your presentation, I want to make this film. Have you ever heard of a lookbook? If you get past the pitch stage, often you get asked, what's a look? Can I see your lookbook? Pictures. It's going to look similar to this. It's going to look similar to this. It's going to have these colors, this feel. And all of that's done in a still. You're not even making anything yet. You're showing them what you're going to make, how it's going to look, how it's going to feel, what you are bringing to your audience and where you're bringing your audience to the film company. And all of that's done in stills. You can Google stills, of course, you know. I'm doing a futuristic thing, let me Google this. There are some amazing channels out there that teach you how to make sci-fi stuff. Create Sci-Fi has an amazing set of tutorials on creating sci-fi backdrops, sci-fi weapons, for practically no money. Make it. Take the picture. And when someone says, oh, where's this? You say, oh, I made that. That's another notch in your belt. You made a still picture that's the look and feel of your film. You're doing a horror. Find a tomb in Peru with a bunch of skulls. I'm looking at crypts. Here's a bunch of dead guys. That's what crypts have. If it's a vampire film, one of them may not be as dead as he looks. How many times do you see in vampire films where someone's walking down a crypt and there's skulls in the wall and they all have the different style of teeth from the different vampire movies throughout history? Werewolf dens with skulls littering the floor and in mounds. All of that is represented in that one picture, that one still picture. It gives the money men an idea of what I'm looking for. It gives your audience something they expect, something they deserve. So learn the still cameras. Learn what all the technical aspects of it are. Learn how to capture the best shot possible. Because as a director, when you are sat in that director's chair looking at that monitor on a big screen, on a big set, you've got a 10-inch monitor, 15-inch monitor, whatever, that's showing you what the camera's seeing. Don't watch the action. You know what the action is, you directed it. Don't read the script to see if the actor's got the lines right. They've rehearsed it. Peripherally listen. If something doesn't sound right, cut. Hey guys, I just want to check what's going on here. Let me get my idea across to you. I want you to do it like this. And action. But when you're watching that monitor, you're watching what the audience is going to see. You need to understand the picture that you're bringing your audience into. Because that's the whole purpose of making a film. It's not to get your artistic vision out there. It's to bring your audience into your artistic vision. Because that's how you get them to give up their hard-earned money. Hit them with a story that they can relate to. Hit them with an image they can feel inspired by, something emotional, something that the audience will look at and go, that man needs my money. I need to watch this again and again and again and again. How many times have people watched The Matrix when it first came out? I knew people watched it 12, 15, 20 times and they were still seeing new stuff. All because they understood how to create an image within the story. Easter eggs. It could be a poster in the background that one person that knows the history goes, hey look, that's referring to this. Rewatchability. Created from a still. So you've got to understand still frame to understand motion picture.